Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to another What's New Wednesday. My name is Katie, and I will be your host today in this December 2024 edition of What's New. In case this is your first time joining us in one of these events, welcome. Go ahead and let me know in the chat what's your name, where you're coming from, and what you've been using Canva to work on the most lately. I'll go first. My name is Katie. I'm coming from Austin, Texas, and I have been making lots and lots of training decks in Canva presentations lately. So let me know what you've been working on. I am always so impressed with what our international community uses Canva for. I'm always a little bit inspired by y'all, so please let me know. And if you're feeling extra chatty, let us know from a scale of 1 to 5 your comfort level in Canva. So are you a 1? Is this maybe your first week getting into Canva, just starting to feel it around? Or are you a 5, an old pro? Well, this session is for 1s and 5s and everyone in between. So I can't wait to show you around. So while you're doing that, let me do just a little bit of house cleaning up top. First, there's a handbook that goes along with this session. It is full of so much good content, like links out to help articles or YouTube videos or walkthroughs of everything that I'm going to do today. So make sure you are grabbing the link to that handbook. If you're watching this live, the moderators can go ahead and drop that in the chat or show you where you can grab that link throughout the event. If you are watching this on YouTube later, then the link to the handbook should be in the description. So just go up to the description in YouTube and grab that. Second piece of housekeeping is that the question I get asked the most commonly is, will this be recorded? And the answer is yes. We're going to record this and post it on the What's New in Canva playlist on our YouTube. So make sure you are checking that out. If you can't stay the whole way, like if you can't stay for the entire session, stay as long as you can, but you'll be able to watch the rest of the session or rewatch it or share it or whatever works for you on YouTube in about a week. So that being said, are you ready to see the features? Okay, first up, we have heard you loud and clear. You want editable and exportable captions for your videos. Well, we have got them, and I cannot wait to show you how to use them. Secondly, we are going to discuss work kits. What are they? Where can you find them? And how are they going to make life easier for you and your entire team? Stick around and find out. And lastly, remember how I said I've been making all those training decks? Well, all of the updates to presentations in Canva has made that process so much fun, so engaging. So I can't wait to show you the updates to presentations. But first up, did you miss our Droptober new feature spectacular? Over the months of October and November, aka Droptober, our team dropped so many really, really cool features, from awesome AI features like Dreamlab to updated collaboration features to bring your whole team into designing together. They really took Magic Write to the next level and made it more powerful. So many really, really cool things that we're just not going to have time to go over today. So once again, make sure you're grabbing the handbook because I am going to link out to a video Droptober page so you can really dive into all of those new features and see what's going to be best for you and your team. So speaking of features, let's go ahead and get into our first one, video captions. I have always said to our team that if I had a dime for every time a customer asked me when we were going to have captions that we could edit and download for our videos, that I could have already funded a trip to Disneyland on those dimes alone. Well, now you don't have to ask anymore when it's coming because it is here. Okay, if you're new and maybe haven't done much video editing, you might be saying, why are captions so important? Captions make your videos, one, more engaging and more accessible. And now you can generate those captions, edit them, get them on brand and everything straight from Canva. This feature also allows you to take the captions, change the fonts to your brand fonts, change the colors, change the just all overall look and feel of them. So this is ideal for everyone, but especially for those working on like a marketing team. So maybe you're making reels or TikToks or YouTube videos, and you need to make them with captions so that it reaches a more widely accessible audience. Well, here you go. But I could also see this being really good for maybe you're on a team or you're making internal videos, training videos that you want to share with your team more widely, and you want to make sure everybody can access them and get the information. Captions would be great for that too. So all of that being said, why don't we just go ahead and get into it? So here I am in my Canva demo space, and I have got 3 videos uploaded. So our team did a marketing video, did a webinar, about AI, the future of AI, how it's going to affect your teams. And we want to take some snippets from that webinar and post them more widely. So I have these 3 videos right here. So first, I'm going to pull in and just pop it into place.
Welcome everyone to the first episode.
And do that for all 3 of the videos.
In today's session, we're going to introduce our 3.
Great. So we are going to start with this first video. Let's kind of have a listen.
Welcome everyone to the first episode of our Canva for Marketing webinar series.
Nice. So we will click on this video and you're going to go over to the text box on your left-hand side on your menu. There's that T, says text, and there's captions. Let's go ahead and just apply it to all 3 videos and hit generate captions. This should only take a couple of seconds. It really shouldn't be a very long process, especially since this video is only about a minute long. Okay, so there are our captions on all 3 videos. Nice. So let's see how that looks.
Welcome everyone to the first episode of our Canva for Marketing webinar series.
Okay, so what do you notice first? This text box is blocking the box that pops up and says Zach's name. So we want to maybe bring it to the bottom so that you can still see his name, his title, and everything that comes up on his lower third card. So I am going to want to move this down here.
Welcome everyone to the first episode of our Canva for Marketing webinar series.
I think that works a lot better. I want to also draw your attention to this last video. It's the same thing.
I'm going to introduce our 3 panelists for today.
You see how the captions are kind of blocking the eyes of that team? So we're going to want to move that down as well. So we're going to go ahead and move the caption where they're located on all of them. So we want to make sure they're in the right spot. So I'm going to show you how to use your rulers and guides to make sure you're lining everything up evenly. So if you go up to File and go to Settings, Show Rulers and Guides. And now I can pull down a guide that stops right above where, you see it's right here, right above where that caption is. So now I can go to the second one, bring it down here to where that guide is, and same here. So now let's see how it looks on that video as well, that last one.
So let's get started. I'm going to introduce our 3 panelists for today.
Doesn't that look so much better with the caption under their heads and not blocking their eyes? Perfect. And then you can also go through and change your font. So let's go ahead and grab a font from the brand kit. And now I'm changing the font across the entire design. And then you can do the same thing if the colors of the background isn't what you're looking for. Go up to, click on the caption, go up to Effect, and the background. This is where you change that color or change the roundness, the spread, the transparency. I don't really want to mess with that, or the color of the background. But I actually liked the purple. I think that's working for us. So we're gonna leave that. One more thing that I want to show you, and this is really gonna resonate with you that maybe have a name that's not spelt the conventional way. My name is Katie, Katy, but every time AI generates my name, it spells it Katie. So for me, I feel like being able to edit these captions is so important. And anytime you're making a video with a guest, you want to get their names right. So we are always going to go through and check and make sure the spelling is right on everything. So that's where you can go up to captions right here and you can check. So I've already done this, and I actually did find one mistake, and it's not in spelling, but it just kind of got this wrong. It says, I'm to introduce our 3 panelists. That's not how Zach would say that. So let's see what he said.
Let's get started. I'm going to introduce our 3 panelists for today.
Okay, he said, I'm going to introduce our 3 panelists. So we're just going to update that real quickly. So I'm going to introduce our 3 panelists.
I'm going to introduce our 3 panelists for today.
Perfect. So now we have captions across the entire video. We've made sure that everything's spelled right, and we made sure that it is in the font we want and the color we want, and everything is ready to go. Another thing I want to point out that's going to make collaborating on videos so much easier is, let me zoom in. Have you noticed that there are timestamps on the timeline now? This is going to make it so much easier if the person you're collaborating with says, hey, I need you to jump right to second 27. Before, you may have had to move the timeline, move the cursor, and get right in there. But now you can just see, the more you zoom in on the timeline, there is second 27 right there. How much easier does that make that? So I hope you really enjoyed this demo. I can't wait to see what you all start doing with captions. And I hope you enjoy this new feature. That was so cool. All right, on to the next feature. Have you heard about work kits? If you are ready to level up your workflow, I think you're really gonna love work kits. They are designed with your entire team in mind. Whether you're on marketing, sales, creative, whatever, there is a work kit that is gonna get you started making work that is impressive and visually stunning, all while saving you time. So you might be like, okay, well then what is a work kit? They are collections of resources that your team needs to get started quickly and most efficiently. So each work kit is going to contain collections of templates, apps, help articles, maybe YouTube videos, integrations, things like that that are going to be specific to your work process. So for instance, if you are on the sales team and you really want to find a presentation for a demo, like a product demo, and you really want to wow your prospective client, you don't need to go digging through our thousands and thousands of presentations. You can go into the Canva Sales Work Kit, see some of the most impressive, newest, up-to-date pitch decks and demo decks. And then you can also see all the integrations that we have that might help specifically someone on sales. We have them for all kinds of different teams. So yeah, no more searching around for what you need to get the job done. So let's go ahead and jump into the demo space, and I will show you how you can find work kits and make something really cool in not a whole lot of time. So here I am in work kits. In your handbook, I'm going to have a link out right here. But if you want to find it from your home page, go to templates, and there's work kits. So choose your work kit. We've got marketing, sales, HR, creative, small business, and then some of our education-based ones. So I actually want to go to human resources. Let's say I am working on HR. I want to create something for, we're hiring. We want to hire some new team members, and we want to make a really engaging post about it. Recruitment right here. Here is a job recruitment social media post. I didn't have to do a lot of digging. Here it is. Let's see what this template looks like. Nice. It already has a lot of movement. It has some really cool video elements. It has some music to it. So now all we have to do is go in and make it our own. So first things first, you go to your brand kit and get it into your brand colors. Now it's in our brand colors. So quick. And I'm just going to make a few adjustments. And we add in our own logo. And so this one says we're hiring for a video editor, project coordinator. Let's say we are actually hiring different teammates. Totally fine. We can say, change this to sales lead, recruitment lead, and what else are we hiring for? Maybe we're also hiring for a customer service rep. And then from here, you can just go in and start making all of your updates. Well, since watching me do that wouldn't exactly be the most engaging, I'm going to go ahead and skip to one that's a little bit more progressed, with my changes to the copy, maybe my changes to the content, but rest assured this took me minutes, not hours, to create. Now we are in my more polished and finished design that has everything updated to my specific needs for our hiring that we are doing for 3 different roles. And now we can watch. As you see, I've updated the videos with our own brand videos. You can also use images, still images if that is preferred. Now, I just want to say I like the music that came with this, but maybe I already have music that I prefer. Making these small edits is so easy. I am just going to pull, maybe this is the one I prefer. Also, if you didn't know, you can upload MP3s into Canva and just drop them under your uploads. So if you have music that your team has had commissioned and you want to use it in all your online ads, you can upload it in here and then add it to your video. But this is from our extensive audio library. And then I'm just gonna turn it down a smidge. And now we are ready to post our new recruitment video, and it's going to get so many more eyes on it than a still image. And hey, you found this recruitment video from the work kit, got it all on brand in minutes, not hours. Now, before we move on to the next feature, I want to show you one more really cool thing here. I'm going to go up to resize. And yes, we could then resize this for a reel. We could then resize this for really any platform you might want to share this on. But I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom and I'm going to transform this into a doc. And I'm going to tell it to transform this into a LinkedIn post. And once we have that ready, open the doc. We are on the lookout for talented individuals to fill these key roles. Now you have your post for LinkedIn that you can then copy paste. Well, when it comes to AI, I always say make sure to read it before you just copy paste it. But now you're started on your LinkedIn post too that you can now use for inspiration for your actual post now that you have your video. So I think work kits are going to save your team so much time, and honestly, it just makes sense. So I hope you found this useful. Now, last up, we are going to go over some updates to presentations. In the last year, I have seen so many of you using presentations in such impressive and creative ways. And now we are just elevating that experience, giving you more ways to work with your team. Here are some of the new updates to presentations. We've got polls and quizzes. This is going to allow you to get feedback from your team and engage with your audience. We have page numbers, which is a really small update that people have been asking for forever, and it makes things so much easier. Updates to ways to collect information in whiteboards, enhanced data visualization, updates to Magic Write, and so much more. So we've got a lot to cover. So let me just go ahead and jump into the demo space. I have already gone into work kits. I've already found the sales pitch deck that I want to work on. This is we're saying that we are a company that helps you enhance your website. And we are trying to sell to a new customer to let them know why we are the right company to help them with their website. So the first thing I want to go over are page numbers right here. Let me show you how to find that. Go to text, and there's page numbers. That easy. Then just decide if you want it to say just the page number, the word page and the number, or my favorite is putting page X of X. So there it says page 1 of 15. Now here on page 2 is just a blank page. If we delete that, see, it automatically updates it. Page 1 of 14. So you don't have to go back through and manually update it. How easy is that? Next, I want to show you polls and quizzes. So right here on this page, question: how much time does your team dedicate to working on the website? So I've already created a poll here, But so you can see, let me show you how you update this. Go to Elements, Quizzes and Polls, and here they are. So quizzes are basically if you want to put in something with a right or a wrong answer. Mark this is the correct answer. So maybe if you are doing internal training and you want to see if your team has retained the information, you might put a quiz in. But for this one, we are doing a poll. So choose any of these and then just go to edit. We only want to have 3 options. And our question is, how much time does your team dedicate to websites? We can just copy this. Now I'm going to turn this off, the header off, because the question's already in the deck. And update this to say, not much time, sometime, a lot of time. And then you can update the look and feel, add a border. Let's say we want that border to be in orange. And so now let's say I am going to go up to share, copy the link. I'm going to share this with somebody. And I am going to go ahead and send this to my customer, my potential customer, to start getting their feedback. So I send it to them in an email and they open it. And now I can see that someone else is in this deck. And oh, look, I can see that they are thinking about what answer to put on this poll. So now I can go in and see the responses. Okay, so now the more people that this gets shared with, the more people that take the quiz, you can now also see their responses. This is also going to be really good in websites. So another feature that I want to show you are ways that you can engage with your team in whiteboards. So in this pitch deck, we've added a page. Take some time to analyze your website. What is working? What isn't working? So when I send this to the team that I am pitching to, they can expand this page to a whiteboard and invite the team in to start discussing that. So to save us time, I've already gone ahead and created a whiteboard that then you can start inviting your team to. So you can invite people to come and say, let's brainstorm. Send an invite, and then everyone can get in this whiteboard together, copy these Post-it notes, and start making their notes. So I'm going to skip ahead to here is one that's already fleshed out. You can see lots of sticky notes. Some of them have question marks. Some of them have upvotes. But now I want to take this information. I want to collect it and put on that slide what is working, what's not working. So under what's not working, I'm going to highlight all of these and tell AI to sort this by topic. And now you can see what's not working. The product demos. Our team doesn't really like the product demos on our website. The search and compatibility could be better. Design and accessibility could be better. This is going to save you so much time. No going back and forth with your team. Hey, what's working, what's not working? Just jump into a whiteboard, and then after everybody puts in their thoughts, you can just have magic refigure it all for you and put it into just a real quick boilerplate of what is working, what's not working. It's going to save you so much time. And the last thing that I want to go over that's a huge way to elevate your presentations is data visualization. Now, our charts aren't anything new in Canva. We have had charts and graphs in our presentations, in our websites, in whatever you need for a while, but there are some really cool updates. So if you go to apps and charts, you can see all these options. I really like the area charts. They are fairly new. But let's take this chart that's already on here, go to edit, expand this information, and from here you can start putting in all of your data. You can copy paste data from another, like from a Google Sheet or from a spreadsheet, or you can also change it manually. But from here, let's say I want to change this to an area chart. And I can see what that's going to look like right here. I really like that. I think that's a lot cleaner. I can decide if I want the legend, the grid lines. Cool. And now get it on brand in just a couple of clicks. So now when I share this as a presentation, the team can look at the numbers and visualize it so much quicker. And then before we go, I do want to show you something really cool with Magic Write. So let's say I've decided this is a little bit wordier than I was wanting. Just click the text, click this little pencil, and let's tell Magic Write to shorten this. How easy was that? I've been using this a lot. I am very wordy in my writing, and I know a lot of times people, when you get a deck that is just full of text, your mind just kind of glosses over. So I have been using Magic Write to shorten my text a lot. So lots and lots of cool stuff there. And I think y'all are going to find these new features are going to really help you enhance your work. So that is it from me today. Thank you so much for joining me today. Again, make sure you grab your handbook before you go. And if you want to rewatch, this will be on YouTube soon. I hope everybody found this useful, and I will see you in 2025. Happy holidays, everybody.